I did my project on the role of women and children during the Middle Ages. Feudalism was a way of life for many people. Feudalism was a system of economic, political, and social organization. It was also a relation of the lords and knights' service of homage and protection, and in return for the knights' land. Feudalism was first used in small towns, but then evolved into kings and the vassals, then to knights and so forth. The role of women. Women had many tasks, especially if they were peasants. Women who were poor had to work on the farms to earn extra pay and also work at home with chores. They barely had free time, and when they did, they spent it with their children, teaching them, raising them, and cooking for them, while the father even works more. Also, they had to make the children's clothes with rough and itchy supplies. Most women were married as teens by arranged marriages for trust to landowners or for the father who he chose. Women with noble standings had some of the same tasks in the house, but with less of a struggle. They had much more free time and had fewer chores. They had maids and cooks, and their children were usually taught by a teacher or a philosopher. In their free time, the noble women liked to sew or make clothes. Their clothes were usually soft with silk, since they had the money to get the silk safely without having it stolen by robbers or people who took it along the roadsides. Noble women usually were married in the late teens by choice and barely had arranged marriages. Children had a short lifespan because of disease and other mortal circumstances. Most children died before the age of 9. After 9 years old, their immune system adapted to the disease. This is a picture of a toy used in the Middle Ages. Those boys chosen to be an apprentice by the guild eventually ranked up into a master for the town. The girls were usually never taught an education, only how to sew and other household needs necessary for a household. This is a drawing of what children would look like. This is a picture of a chessboard which children played in back in those days. This is a diagram of a castle, and the townspeople and the peasants would usually live in the town, and the nobles would live in the castle on the mound.